Hello, I'm IBX Tiger, and this is a Redstone trap / Redstone creation which involves tripwire hooks, which are one of the new TU14 features. So I made a video showing a very basic trap which just suffocates you to death a couple days ago, and basically people really liked it and wanted to see a more complex one, and this is going to be the more complex trap, because basically instead of just being a trap, it is a secret entrance to a thing which, if you don't know where the tripwire is, it basically completely screws you, and even if you do know you've tripped the tripwire, you probably won't realise unless you're the person who made it. It's a really clever basically, way of doing it, and I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm going to show you, how to build it with all the logic and stuff. It is fairly big if you just take a quick look at the redstone over here. It's reasonably big. You could obviously compact it a lot more, but I'm just doing it big for, diagram purposes. But yeah, let's show you how this works. And before I show you that, actually, I want to just quickly point out that I'm doing a Q&A in a few days, so if you have any questions regarding Minecraft, Xbox One, or PS4, I'm going to be doing a question and answer regarding them, or, the two next updates, whatever. So let me know, and I will do the video with your questions, maybe. But yeah, let's get right into this video. So I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like if you don't know what you're doing, and you're going through it without any realization. So you just go through, you're like, oh, so there's some ladders over there, I'm gonna go over them. So you go over the ladders, and then it's like, okay, so there's some water on the floor, I'm just gonna fall into that, because I guess that's the way you get into this person's base. Oh, am I dead? Okay, I'll try and jump out. Oh, and now I'm in lava. So yeah, that's what would happen if you didn't know what was going on. If you are, of course, aware, obviously I'm dead, so I wouldn't be able to do this, but if you do know what you're going on, so first of all, if someone else has been there before you, you want to, just flip this. I guess, if it's your base, you want to just flip this every time you go in, just in case, just in case someone does try to screw you. And basically, you want to walk into this place, and then make sure you look out for that tripwire. Make sure you do not trip it. Listen out for the sound, you should be able to hear it if you do. Basically, you just want to do a sprint jump over it, like so. I've tripped it by accident, so I'm going to have to go back. But you want to sprint jump over it, making sure you don't trip it, because if you do, it's going to be bad news for you. So I'm going to just quickly undo and then redo. So there we go. Yes, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try and just sprint over it. It should be a simple enough jump to make. Okay, like that. I'm actually pretty sure I just tread in it again, but you get the idea. No, I didn't actually tread in it that time. So this time, when I go down, what should actually happen is I'll fall through. And what will happen is these blocks will be out now, and now I can go into my house, and there can be a secret chest here or whatever I want to be. But yeah, it's a really cool way to, just hide a secret thing, and if people don't know about the tripwire, then they'll fall through there. So I'm going to explain how it works, and why it's, so cool and stuff, and why that's necessary in a second. So I'm going to show you how you build this right now. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to be showing you all of the decisions behind it and how you make the redstone, so you can actually understand the logic rather than just, replicating it. But basically, this is a structure that I left here and just, left pre-built, because basically you can do this in any form, factor, or shape you want. I did it in a really, really strange way that's really cryptic, just because it shows you can use it in pretty much everything. Even inside, as you saw, I used a little thing to mislead them and make it look like there's no tripwire because you're facing upwards. But you could just make this a straight corridor if you wanted to. It's just I obscured it with these two levers and the ladders behind it, so it's really, really difficult to look at this unless you're specifically looking down for some reason. So yeah, first of all, you're going to want somewhere to have a tripwire hook. So this is going to have to be early on in your corridor, I guess, or it can be as late on as you want, but the earlier on the better. And it's meant to just be a sneaky thing that when people look at, even if they, go over it, they think, oh, nothing's happened, it must not be functioning, or something along those lines. Like, you don't want them to think something bad's happened, so you just kind of leave it in the middle of your pathway, they continue on about their day, and they can do a whole bunch of other things before it even comes up. Like, the longer time, the better, I guess, because they won't be suspecting anything after a long time. So yeah, you need a tripwire, and then you want to obscure it as well as you can. So the way I chose was to just simply go like this, and just completely block it off from the world. So as you can see, it looks like even if you poke through the holes, it's just tripwire going to nowhere, and it's very well obscured. And yeah, that's what you need there. And then what you need to do to make the whole thing work is basically there's only two sets of pistons we need. We need a set of pistons which will open the way to the secret room. This is the secret room over here, I guess. This is where my rare stuff is, if you will. And there needs to be pistons which will open the way to that if you haven't done the tripwire hook. And then you also need a set of pistons which are almost always shut. So basically when you look down, if there's the pistons there, you'll just see yourself you know, a couple blocks of, you know, sandstone, and you'll be like, oh, I guess it's safe to drop down, and then you'll drop down, and then you'll fall to your death. So also, what I'm going to say is you're going to want to have water just over here, which basically, this makes it even more obscured. Like, you can kind of see lava through there, and if it's for a split second, you won't be able to. Also, it makes it so it's more mysterious, makes people want to go down more. At least in my opinion, it's just a preference thing. So yeah, we're going to want to get the 2 sets of pistons done, one here, and one down there. So this set of pistons up here, the first one I'm going to do, because it's, I guess, slightly more complex. Basically, we want it to be almost always off and not, almost always on, and then every now and then turn off, just to, you know, trap people out and make it impossible for them to do stuff. So first, we're going to punch the creeper away. What we want to do is first of all link it up to the 2 pistons. So link them up to redstone like so. Really simple task, and then we're going to want to use the blocks. The on-off switch, which basically inverts whatever signal we put through. So when you turn on the redstone, it turns it off, and so, you know, but basically, it's going to be turned on almost all the time until the occasional redstone signal goes past. Which basically, this is how this works. So this block just inverts it, as I'm sure you're aware of if you know redstone. You lead a redstone charge into it, it turns everything off, and yeah, that's how that works. And then we're going to want to make this a, like, just occasional charge to turn it off. So we're going to make a really long, you know, square, or really long rectangle, I guess, and we're going to make it like so, and it's going to just be a one-way loop that loops around over and over again, occasionally turning off, like I just said. So redstone repeaters are the best tools for this, because you want to set them all onto max. As many as you want, really. Like, the more of these you use, the better an effect you'll get, because it will only be every, you know, 5 seconds instead of 10 seconds, or every, you know, 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds. It's, you know, your call on how long you think is necessary. I think just having, you know, 5 or 6 of these really is enough, but the more you do, the more secure it is, I guess. So do as many as you're comfortable with, is the simple answer to it. And then you just want to quickly place down for a second a redstone torch and then punch it away. So this leads a very slow charge through the whole thing, and every now and then when it gets to this, it will punch the blocks forward. So what's actually happened here is this has gone right. So the blocks stay forward, except every now and then, as you just saw, they just come back and they, you know, make you fall through. So if you're on these blocks, for instance, like I am right now, every now and then they'll just fall through, like so, and then I'll fall into the lava. So it looks like there's blocks there 90% or 95% of the time, but every now and then you just fall through. And then we want to get the second set of pistons working, so that if I haven't tripped the tripwire, there'll be blocks here. If I have tripped the tripwire, I fall straight into lava. So again, this is fairly simple, but to give it a reset switch so that people can't screw it up for you, it takes a little bit more complexity. So basically, first of all, hook them up to this again. We're going to want to do another inverting switch, so a redstone torch on the side of the block, and then we're going to want to hook it up to basically a lock. So as soon as the tripwire is triggered, it locks it, and it makes it so it's always off, and the blocks are never there, and they're, you know, you just go straight into lava. And then if you haven't triggered it, they're going to be always on, and you're just going to be able to walk straight into your house. So first of all, we're going to need to hook this up to our redstone our tripwire hooks. The block above where the tripwire hook is where you need to be. Just simply, you know, thread it down like so. It's really simple to do. And then into a redstone repeater, just because we haven't done one yet. And then basically how you make a redstone lock is you need to make a one-way circuit, so it's always looping and it's always turned on. Kind of like what we did there, but permanently on rather than just every now and then being on. So it's a simple little square like so. And then you want to make it so it's one way around the whole thing. So redstone thing here, so it can't get back out, because redstone repeaters are one way. Then redstone repeater over here, which makes it one way that way, and then one way this way, and it just goes round in a loop like so. We hook up to redstone, and as you can see, what happens when I trip the tripwire hooks is it will permanently turn off and permanently take me into lava till it's reset. So I'm triggering the tripwire hook right now, and yeah, let's go over and show you what just happened. So that turns this permanently on. It keeps the redstone, just locked on, like I said, and it means that while that's in play, there is not going to be anything for you to fall down onto, and it's going to hurt, and you're going to fall in lava, and it's going to kill you. So yeah, that's basically what you want to do here. Now, what you want to do, to go more complex, to basically make it so it's able to be turned off without just manually punching the redstone, like so. What you want to be able to do is first, we'll put this on a block like this, and then you're going to want to, I guess, replace that like that, and then move the redstone repeater over to there. And then basically you need to make it so there's a piston here, which will basically stop this, because while there's a block here, the redstone circuit is incomplete. And it's basically a mechanical way of doing the thing I just said. So we place a piston facing down like that, and then as soon as the piston turns on, it will stop the circuit. So we'll just quickly link the piston up. So just quickly go like this. Now we link the piston up to some form of switch a while away. I'm just going to show you a switch being really close by because it will save a lot of time. But you get the basic idea. You find some form of triggering device, such as the lever, and you hook up by whatever distance you want, and when this turns on, it will lock the circuit, and it will stop anything going through it. So, let's say, for example, someone's gone through my trap, and they they've activated it by doing this, and then they've fallen into lava like so. Just going to quickly show you what it's like. Just proving that it's working still. They fall into the lava, they've died, but now I can't get in until I reset this. So, you want to go over to it, press this lever, press it again. It seems... Oh, sorry, I forgot to actually put a block underneath it. See, that's why you do some quick testing. So you want to go up 1, 2, 3, and then punch it down... Oh, wait, one more block. So yeah, we want to have the block like up there, and then attached to a block there. So when it pushes down, it goes to the block there. So let's just quickly try that again, but with... redstone hatch there. So now it breaks the circuit when it does that, and it basically allows you to, go in yourself and not trigger the redstone tripwire and do it yourself. So now it's not triggered. I'm going to show you this working, and it's going to prove that everything is all cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little redstone trap. Let's just quickly do this. There we go. I hope you did enjoy this redstone trap. If you did, it would be very much appreciated if you like it. I'm hoping this does work, just to prove it is all good. So just quickly let me through. There we go. And now I'm in the secret room. It's a very, very, I guess it's a slightly complex. It's somewhere between complex and cool. And it basically allows you to make a secret entrance that, unless people know about the tripwire and know that it's not an immediate bad thing and know how to reset the trap, that they can get into your stuff. I think it's a really cool way of doing it, and you'll get some really fun deaths from people just dying because they're trying to steal your stuff. So yeah, that's how you do this. Like the video if you liked it. If you want to see more, redstone traps, I do kind of enjoy doing them, so I'll probably do a third video if you guys really like this one. So yeah, please do like, share, etc. This has been like 12 minutes now, so I hope you enjoyed the long redstone video, and goodbye.
Thank you.